We are entering the fourth era of humanity, one of advanced science and technology, artificial intelligence, and thinking robots that will mirror the Earth's population in numbers. And that's why it seems like the world has been suddenly thrust into chaos in only the last few decades. We are at the end of a 300-year transitional time frame, moving from the third era to the fourth. Allow me to elucidate. Homosapiens began to biologically develop about 300,000 years ago, arriving at anatomically modern humans about 250,000 years ago. Brain size and structure were largely the same, as our modern intelligence was physically possible even all the way back then. Evidence shows early humans made tools, controlled fire, hunted cooperatively, and created symbolic art. This was the beginning of Era 1, biological optimization, 250,000 to 150,000 years ago. This era's focus was on optimizing the human body and brain. The key developments were anatomically modern Homo sapiens, neural architecture capable of symbolic thought, fine motor skills, endurance, and thermoregulation. Humanity learns and adapts by constraint-guided development. Progress arises through engagement with biological, environmental, and social limits that shape, channel, and stabilize emergent behavior over time. We don't grow by removing limits, we grow by learning how to move within them. The constraints of the first era of humanity were survival, reproduction, and environmental pressures that shaped the body. But cognitive potential, having a brain capable of complex reasoning, does not automatically produce large-scale coordinated behavior. Cultural evolution is much slower than biological evolution. That's why it took 100,000 years to optimize biological systems. Next we have Era 2, societal optimization, roughly 150,000 to 10,000 years ago. This era's focus was on optimizing social systems and cooperation. The key developments were language complexity, symbolic communication, trust, norms, a social identity beyond immediate kin, myth, ritual, and early storytelling. The constraints were survival in groups and coordination over space and time. Humans learned how to organize, communicate, and share culture reliably across groups. Then we arrive at our current time frame, Era 3, cultural optimization, from approximately 10,000 years ago to present day. This era's focus was on optimizing civilization, infrastructure, and knowledge transmission. The key developments were agricultural and permanent settlements, the rise of cities, bureaucracies, and institutions, as well as writing, mathematics, and traditional networks, trade networks. The constraints were population density, resource management, and cumulative knowledge. Humans can now externalize memory, labor, and organization, creating systems that scale beyond kinship. Which brings us to the newest, and a little bit scary, emerging age. Era 4, technological optimization. You can argue that the transition between eras 3 and 4 began in 1760 with the Industrial Revolution. But I think the year 2000 marks the point where all the old systems began sputtering and failing, leaving us where we are today with a metaphorical sky falling all around us. This new era's focus will be about optimizing tools, cognition, and environmental manipulation. Key developments will be advanced industrialization, electrification, and mechanization, led by computers, networks, AI, and robotics. All the wondrous things we are working on in science labs today, such as biotech, genetic engineering, and nearly free energy systems, will be perfected and implemented for the betterment of society. The constraints are system complexity, scalability, and automation. Humans are beginning to offload cognition and decision-making to technology, enabling acceleration at a scale unprecedented in history. So the future is up to us. You can choose the soft dystopia of WALL-E, where society is infantilized and pacified, or you can choose to take an active role in rebuilding the better tomorrow. Personally, I never give up, I never give in, and the emerging biotech is going to make sure my body never gives out. I will be there, right in the middle of the smoldering ruins of society, putting the future back together, one giant fucking Lego brick at a time. So be sure to subscribe for more horror, occult, and post-dystopian Lovecraft madness. Until next time, Cthulhu photography.